how do I keep writing? Maybe I kind of addressed this when I was talking about how did I go about writing the poems in the book. And for me, continuing to write is like I don't have a writing practice where I like sit down every so often, or I don't have a time carved out. I don't even have like a place where I do it. Um, a lot of times, like being somewhere and having a notebook with me and like having dead time. So like this would happen a lot when I was walking places because like a lot of times I didn't know exactly how long it would take me to get somewhere. It's also like a thing where like I've been like holding space, like I've been like planning meetings for a long time. So sometimes you like hold space for something and no one shows up and then you have extra time to do something. So if you have a notebook, then you just like write what's happening with you. Um, some poems, like I've maybe kind of often written poems when I'm uncomfortable at something and I'm waiting. Like I'm at a show, like, oh yeah, I bought tickets to this like weekend music festival thing in Lincoln, and so now I'm like going to these bars and waiting for shows to start, and I'm sober. I haven't drank in a year, but like I go on breaks a lot. So often I would like not be drinking at a bar, not drinking. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna like write about what happened today, or what I'm feeling, or why I'm feeling it, or like use some clips off of CNN closed captioning in this bar, and like try to like springboard into something from them. Um, so I mean, like the way I keep writing is it's just like if it's something I have to do, it's a utility, which like sounds not very romantic or whatever. But I also do I do feel like I need to do it. Like it's important. The other day, I was having some pretty like intense discussions with my partner for several days, and there was a point where I just like needed to have an experience of thinking through my thoughts and just like write them down. And like the poem isn't at all about my relationship with my partner, really, or it doesn't feel like it, but it was just like the other thoughts I was having. Oh man, oh yeah, it looks like I have like a terrible rash, but it's just like I'm sweaty and itchy, so sorry. Ugh, it's weird looking. Anyways, yeah. So, and I think knowing that I have someone to tell, like writing poems. I used to do this thing called poem email, where I would write like a kind of lineated email to a friend, like a poet friend, that was kind of like a little bit just telling them about my day, and a little bit like telling them what I was thinking about recently, and a little bit just kind of like getting stuck in a memory or something. So it was like a poem, but it wasn't a poem that was written from a place of like just needing to speak on something. It was a poem that was written like directly to another person, which I mean, there's elements of that in a lot of my poems, but I don't write whole poems to other people a whole lot. So anyways, I keep writing because I feel like I have to communicate, and it feels like a natural way to communicate sometimes, or a decent amount of the time. I want to be writing more, and like my life's changed a lot in the last year, but also like more specifically the last like 2 months. So I'm like kind of prying open a space for writing and thinking about writing and doing readings and becoming a part of the community in this new place where I live.